Our earthly system for healing imitates something far older, a design that already exists in the spiritual realm. People use it every day. These buildings stand in every town, every city, every state. Yet many never realize the mystery was hidden in plain sight the whole time. When people are sick, they may go to the emergency room or a medical center. But how many people stop to connect that idea to the spiritual realm? Take the word emergency. The suffix "ency" refers to a state or condition, and the word emerge means to rise up, especially from a difficult or submerged condition. Hold that thought for a moment. Now break the word down even further. E or X means out of. Merg relates to dipping or sinking. Ency describes a state or condition. Put it together, and an emergency describes the condition of something rising up from being submerged. Does that sound familiar? Pause.
I baptize you in the name of the Father.
But there's more. The place where something emerges is often the center. Think about natural birth. A child exits the womb and emerges from the center. Now ask yourself two questions. What child? What center? Because the clues may already be hiding in another word we use every day. Medical. The root medi refers to the middle, the center. And the suffix cal means pertaining to or having the nature of. So medical literally points to something pertaining to the middle. In ancient times, someone who stood between two sides was called a mediator, a person who stood in the middle to restore peace. Scripture echoes this idea. There is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the Son of Man, Yeshua. So, when something goes wrong in the body, people instinctively run toward the center for restoration. Now, think about the pattern we just saw. Something emerges, something rises from a difficult condition, and restoration begins at the center. To center is to focus, meditate, to dwell in the middle. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego standing in the midst of the fire, they did not perish because the Son of the Most High was with them in the middle. That pattern may sound familiar to anyone who has read the teachings of Yeshua. Because Yeshua spoke about a restoration that does not begin on the outside, it begins within. In fact, he told his listeners that the kingdom of the Most High is within you. In other words, the place of true restoration isn't somewhere far away. The center was already there. And every time people rush to an emergency room or walk into a medical center seeking healing, they are unknowingly following the same pattern. Something emerges. Something rises from a difficult condition, and restoration begins at the center, a pattern we imitate every day without even realizing it. Because the truth was hidden in plain sight the whole time.